Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my 3K Q&A/AMA. I am so excited. I always get excited to do these. And, it's just fun to see what you guys ask and everything like that. Can't believe I hit 3K again. Thank you so much. I feel like I've said that maybe 700 times, but I'm just really thankful. And I hit the 1 year anniversary of my channel around the same time, so it's just a lot at once, which is really, really exciting. So yeah, just thank you again from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, today here we are again with another Q&A/AMA. Obviously, I like to do these. And yeah, I just can't wait to answer all the questions. Obviously, since the last one I did, 1,000+ people have joined the channel. So there may be some questions I've already answered in my past ones, but I will gladly answer them again. And I'm just really excited. Like I had stated in the description and my announcement video, if any question makes me uncomfortable or is too not safe for work, I will not answer it, just out of respect for the minors on my channel and for what I feel is comfortable for me. And yeah, if you hear some random noises in the background, it might be the people in the apartment above me, or it may be my cat. She's quite loud. But yeah, besides that, I'm just gonna get a quick water break and then we will jump right into the questions. So for this one, I added a new question, which is, what are your pronouns? Just because I wanted to be able to address everybody correctly. And just, I felt like it was maybe something good that I can add in. So yeah, I got a decent amount of responses, so I'm really excited, and we'll just jump into our first question. So our first question is from Daniela on YouTube, and her questions are, do you have a favorite audio of yours? Honestly, I do. I think maybe my favorite collection of audios of mine is maybe the enemies to lovers one. Honestly, I think I've said it before, but I just absolutely love how I did that series, the way I progressed it, and honestly, all the sound effects and the recordings and that, I feel like I did a really, really amazing job, so that would be probably my favorite. I hate to, hype myself up like that and, not really brag, but, talk about myself like that, but I'm so proud of myself for that series, so probably the enemies to lovers series that I did. That was my first series, too. So it was just kind of crazy that I, did so well in my own eyes, at least. Yeah. Next question. Have you had any troubles while recording? I have. Obviously, background noise can get picked up a lot. So, for example, where I record, my desk is, right against a window, and my window faces, the street outside my apartment. So sometimes, cars going past or, noises, say a siren, for example, it'll be really loud and pick up also the people above me, the noise from their apartment picks up a lot on my mic. So that would probably be some of my biggest issues, is the background noise. Also sometimes just I don't know, I don't really script my audios out. I kind of just improv them all and go off kind of what I'm imagining in my head. But sometimes I'll start it and I'll say something and I'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. So that's a part of the problem with not scripting, is that, sometimes I mess up a bit, but I'd rather improv it and just kind of go with the flow and stuff like that. But yeah, the main issue I have when recording is kind of just background noise. I record when I feel like I'm in the right mood for it. And, I just make sure I'm in the right mindset to do it. But yeah, only trouble is probably background noise. And then her last question, see, I'm so used to saying it, but I'm getting it. And her last question is, how do you get inspiration for future recordings? Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes things just pop into my head and I just kind of write them down. Being someone who's read fan fiction and stuff since I was oh my god, probably 10. So for 8 years I've been reading fan fiction and stuff like that, and obviously I've been listening to other audios for almost 2 years, so it's kind of easy to pick up different scenarios and stuff from stuff I've read or stuff I've heard before. So yeah, I kind of just get inspiration from what I've learned over the years in the way of concepts, and sometimes stuff just comes to me. I'll think about something and I'll be oh, that would be really good for an audio, and then I like write it down. So yeah, it's kind of just a mix of a bunch of things. Like some of it is other stuff that I've seen and I play off of like some ideas, or some of it's I just randomly come up with it. And then she said, hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing great too. And thank you so much for all your questions. Number 2, we have a question from Female Dobby Lovett on YouTube and Twitter. So they said, are you single? I'm surprised I have not gotten this question until my 3K Q&A. I'm like really surprised. I'm not afraid of answering it though. I'm not single. I actually I have a boyfriend. And we've been dating for a while. We've known each other a while now. So yeah, I am not single. I have a boyfriend, but he seems to be okay with my channel and what I do. He knows about my channel. Like he's like literally listened to stuff on my channel. So, you know, he's aware of it. And yeah, I'm just very lucky that he supports me. So yeah, no, I'm not single, but thank you for the question. Next one. I'm not comfortable with sharing my username, but you can call me Sam. Okay, Sam, thank you. And Sam, I'm so ready to answer your questions. So they first said 3K congratulations. Oh, there's my cat making some noise. They said 3K congratulations. You deserve this so much, and I'm beyond happy to witness you achieving another milestone. Thank you so much. I hope 2022 will bring more milestones in your life, and I hope you have the strength and opportunity to achieve all of them. Proud is an understatement when it comes to expressing my feelings for you, haha. Oh my gosh, Sam, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Oh my god. Thank you so much. I wish the best to you as well. So, your questions are pretty simple. You know what? That is fine. They said, what's your favorite song from the 80s/90s? It's a hard question. The kind of music my parents listened to is like from that era. So, I don't know, anything that's kind of like Rolling Stones are like a really big, have been like something I've heard for a long time, like as a child. So any Rolling Stone song is kind of chill with me. To be honest, like older, like rock from that era, definitely like a favorite. I don't really know a favorite song though. Next, do you have any New Year's resolutions set up? If yes, what are they? You don't have to mention all. I don't really have any. Usually I write like 2 or 3, like for the past few years I've been doing that, but I haven't written any this year. I just haven't gotten around to it. I don't know. I think just kind of, you know, I don't know. For me, it's just kind of like understanding my worth and stuff like that. I feel like that's just something I've always wanted to work on, and yeah, continuing that, I would, you know, like to do that every year. And lastly, they said, do you like to read books? If yes, who are your favorite authors, and do give us some book recommendations. I do not like to read. I hate reading. I don't know. It takes a lot for me to get immersed into a book. I wish I read more because, you know, it's like really good for your brain and like stimulates your brain. But I don't know. I don't really like reading. It's just hard for me to find motivation to read. But one book I read is One of Us is Lying, and that's an amazing book. I know they turned it into a show. Haven't watched the show, so couldn't say if it's any good. But that book is probably gotta be like my favorite out of anything I've read. Well, I've not really read many books, but it was a really, really good book, and I got really hooked on it. So yeah, One of Us is Lying would be probably my only recommendation, but yeah, that would be my recommendation. And then lastly, she said, take care, and I wish you a happiest New Year. Same to you. I hope you have a great year. Thank you so much for all your questions and your support. It means a lot. So our next question is from Anonymous, which is completely okay. The pronouns are she, her. Thank you. So her question was, what is the weirdest dream you've had? I've had some weird dreams. When I was really young, like I think I was about 6, I had like this weird dream about how my friend was like dating somebody, and like he turned into like these floating pants, and it was like really weird. Like I don't really know why I like thought of that, but, like, or like dreamt that, but it was really, really weird. That was probably the weirdest dream I've ever had. Most of my dreams are like pretty like vanilla and like boring, especially now. But that would be the weirdest dream I had, and I had it a long time ago. And then she also said, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing okay too. And thank you so much for your question. I really liked it. And yeah, thanks for your support, of course. Next, we have from Anonymous again. And their questions are, well, her questions are, what genre of music do you like the most? I I mainly listen to K-pop. That is my favorite genre of music, has been for years now. And the majority of the music I listen to is K-pop. So K-pop is my favorite genre. And what is something that you regret doing? If you're not comfortable answering, that's completely fine. No worries. What is something I regret doing? I'm not really sure. Sometimes I find within myself, I talk before thinking, and I feel like that's something that hasn't necessarily had long-term effects on, like, my relationships, but it definitely has affected, like, certain situations in the moment. Like, I find that when you speak without thinking, I find that I personally just say stuff and I'm like, oh my god, I shouldn't have said that, or I didn't realize, like, how it would sound to somebody else. So I think I would mainly regret just speaking before thinking and acting without thinking, just because I feel like what? Okay, the way my cat, like, meowed at me and now she won't do anything. What? Oh, there she ran away. Okay. I would mainly regret just, saying things in the wrong moment or saying the wrong thing. I can't really think of anything, like, specific that I've done that I regret, but probably something along those lines, I would say. And thank you for your questions. Next, we have from an anonymous person, again from YouTube. And she said, what are your career aspirations if YouTube doesn't become your full-time job? Well, obviously, I don't view YouTube as a full-time job. I'm not even, like, monetized on YouTube. I don't make money off this, and it isn't about money for me. Like, I think I've said, like, literally 700 times. Yeah, YouTube would not become my full-time job. Like, I don't know. It just wouldn't, and it's not my aspiration. Like I said, don't even make money off that, off YouTube. So, yeah. But my career aspirations, is to become a social worker, preferably, like, within, like, youth, like, children or, like, adolescents. That's my career aspiration for sure. I just want to help people, like, in several ways. YouTube wouldn't become my full-time job, but like I said, my career aspiration is to help people, and I know I help people through my YouTube as well, so I'm kind of doing it both ways. But it would be a social worker. I'm hopefully heading to school next year for that, or in September, I guess. Thank you for your question. Next, we have a question from Jimmy Jackson on YouTube. Okay, and his questions are, how did you feel when you started doing ASMR? It was an interesting feeling. Well, I started it under the pretense that I didn't really think I would gain, like, subscribers to the point that I would post, like, twice a week and, like, really continue on with, like, series and stuff. Like, I didn't start it thinking I would get to the point that I am now. So it felt interesting. It was felt like an experiment to me, just to kind of see what would happen. And, I was nervous to post my first one. But as time has went on, like, it's gotten easier, and I think I've gotten better. But when I first started, I was definitely nervous and just, like, someone really curious. I was curious about how it would go. His next question, will you do more audios pertaining to more sensitive topics? I definitely will. I know I've done a few, but I definitely will do more. I have a request in my anonymous request form about, like, a more sensitive topic, so I'm planning to do that one this month as well. I definitely will. Just my main thing with audios that are more sensitive topics, it takes me a little more time to record them because I like to listen to other audios and, just kind of get a feedback of, like, what is appropriate to say and what isn't, because what I think is appropriate may not be appropriate to someone who struggles with whatever the topic is. So, I kind of like to explore it and just make sure I'm saying and doing the right things within the audio. But I definitely will do more for sure, because I know that they're wanted by my audience. And his last question is, if you didn't start your channel, what would you be doing now? I feel like I would, just be doing what I do in my everyday life, like, like, just working and, like, paying the bills and stuff. But I think otherwise, I think I would be a different person. But I think I'd still be doing the same things I do now, just without my channel. I think I wouldn't have realized how much of an impact I have on other people. Obviously, without this channel, I wouldn't have really seen that. But, yeah. Like, starting my channel has changed me a lot personally. I don't think it's changed too much of my life dynamic, but it's changed who I am and, how I feel about other things. Yeah. And thank you for all your questions. Okay, sorry for the random cuts. Like, after I talk for a while, I feel like my throat gets, like, really dry and weird. So, yeah, that's kind of why it's like, what? I hope you guys can hear that. What? She's nuts. But, yeah, sorry about that. It's just, like, I feel like my throat's getting, like, really fucking dry, and, like, I don't want myself to sound, like, gross. So, yeah. Next question is from No13 on YouTube and Twitter. And his question is, how much longer do you plan on doing audios for? Also, great stuff. Definitely a highly underrated VA. Well, thank you so much. Getting those kind of comments, like, I'm so, like, I don't know how to react. Like, it's so sweet. Like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my God. Like, it's crazy to hear that. Because, like, I feel like I hit 3K and I'm like, how did I even do that? When everyone's like, oh, you should have more subscribers. Like, oh my God, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. But how much longer do I plan on doing audios for? I'm not really sure. Don't really have a set date on, when I would like to stop or, anything like that. I don't know. I just plan on doing them for as long as I feel, motivated to do them and feel like I'm in the right mindset and in the right spot in life. Obviously, like, I'm 18 now, so as my adult life continues to grow, it may become a little harder to create audios, but as of right now, I am not going anywhere, and I'm just going to continue pumping the content out. As I get into school next year while I'm working and doing school at the same time, I may reduce the audios to 1 a week instead of 2, just obviously, like I said, depending on how my work-life balance goes, but I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so you do not have to worry about that. And yeah, thank you so much for your question, and thank you for your comment. It's really, really, really sweet. Yeah. All right, so next question is from CV on YouTube, and her question is, are you planning on doing any collaborations in the future with other VAs? Love your content. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Thanks for all your support and love. I always see your comments and really, really enjoy them. I would love to do collaborations with other VAs. I've done one in the past. But yeah, I'd love to do more. I just don't really talk to many other VAs. Like, most of the people I talk to or have met from my, like, channel is, like, just people that listen to my content. I haven't really met, like, any other VAs. I would love to collaborate with someone, though, whether it's on my channel or theirs. That'd be really, really fun. I just haven't gotten around to it. Like I said, I don't really talk to many, so it's kind of hard to approach the situation, but I definitely would like to do more, for sure. But yeah, thank you so much for your question. Next question is from Megan, and she asked, remember me? Yes, I do remember you, Megan. Thank you so much for all your questions last time. It was really fun to answer them all. And yeah, I really enjoy all your comments. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me. Next is from Peep on YouTube, and her question is, does your family/friends know about your channel? So none of my family knows about my channel. It's kind of something, that I don't find particularly necessary to share with, like, people of my family. Otherwise, the people that know are my best friend, and like I said, my boyfriend knows about my channel. But yeah, otherwise I don't really share it too much. It's kind of just something I don't really find necessary, to share, just because, it's just something I do, and I don't, like, I'm not scared of it. It's just, like, I don't know, it's just not something that I need to share. Certain things I'm a little private about, but obviously I wouldn't be scared to express that this is what I do and I love doing it. Obviously some people would probably find it a bit odd, but I don't really care, like, what they think. Like, to be honest, I love doing this, and it's a passion for me. But yeah, not many people really know, but if it ever came up in conversation, like, I'm sure I could one day like say it, but yeah, I don't really find it necessary to share, but a few people do know, and I'm happy that I have the support of those people. And yeah, thank you so much for your question. Next, we have a question from JBR on YouTube. Her questions are: have you watched Encanto? If so, do you like it, and who's your favorite character? Mine is Luisa. I did actually watch it just the other day. I've watched it twice now. I really like it. I don't really know. I like the characters, to be honest. I like Mirabel the most. I think she's so sweet, and I feel so bad for her because I feel like everyone just like, you know, didn't treat her the same, and that's what made me really upset. I was really sad about that, but I like her, and I like Camilo as well. He's really funny. Yeah, that would probably be my two choices. Number 2, if you were part of WWE, what would you choose as the phrase people know you by? That is such an interesting question. I honestly have no idea. Like, oh my god. I honestly don't know, but that is like such a unique question. Like, thank you so much for that question. I'm not really sure what I would go by though, but I would need time to think on that, but that's a really cool question. Yeah, I'm not really too sure, to be honest. Then number 3, what is your favorite dessert? I love tiramisu. Gotta be my favorite for sure. I love it. It just, it tastes so good. Like the flavors in it, the texture. Yeah, the tiramisu would be my favorite for sure. Yeah, and thank you for all your questions. Next question is from Anonymous, and he says, first of all, congratulations on your 3K. Thank you so much. Means a lot. My question is this: do you plan to make more audios on or with neurodivergent characters? I say this because your comfort audio over the ADHD is one of the most wonderful things in the world. Oh, thank you so much. I definitely would love to do more. I got really good feedback on that. So yeah, I would definitely love to do more. I would just love, like I had said before about the more sensitive topic questions, I'd love to just hear feedback from people who struggle with it to make sure I'm saying and doing the right things. So if you personally would like want to go on my request form and like let me know an idea about it, that would be really awesome. Or if you wanted to email me and we could kind of like talk about it, I would just love to, you know, I would love to do more. I just want to make sure I'm doing it correctly, but I'm really glad you enjoyed that audio. I was happy to put it out, and I was really happy with the feedback that I got. And then he said, thanks for answering. Good luck with your channel, and I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a great day too, or night. I don't really know what time it would be for you. But yeah, thank you so much for supporting my channel and being here and for all your questions. Definitely contact me about more audios like that. I would love to get your feedback from that. And yeah, thank you again. Next question is from Anonymous again, and he says, congratulations on the awesome milestone you deserve. It's been amazing seeing and hearing you grow as a channel/VA. Well, thank you so much. That means a lot to, you know, have you with me on this journey. Really, really, thank you so much. Yeah. And then he said, you played a fair amount of different character types, example, needy, GF, boss, princess. Throughout your year-long journey, do you have any character you particularly like to play or would like to revisit? What has it been like to play characters whose personality differs from yours greatly? That is true. I've done a lot of different ones, especially recently. You know, I've kind of ventured out of like domestic things, though I do like to do like domestic audios. I've kind of went into characters a little bit. Honestly, I love to do the princess audios. They are one of my favorite. Sneak peek, I have one coming out this month, and that's kind of like turned into like a small like series. So I don't know if I could like restart a series where it's like not following the same princess story and it's like a different one. I don't know. I would love to, you know, continue this princess one on and even do like other ones for it. I really, really enjoyed doing those, and I don't know, I just love the concept and like the fantasy of that. And like you had said, the boss one, I do really like enjoy that role too. Kind of plays into like a Dom GF sort of thing. So yeah, I kind of like visiting the boss one a lot. And then what has it been like to play characters whose personality differ from yours? It's not necessarily hard. My cat is biting some cardboard. Hey. She is like really crazy right now, and I don't know why. Anyways, what has it been like to play characters whose personality differ from yours greatly? Sometimes it can be hard to just kind of get into that role. The main thing I do is, like, for an audio, or like a character I've never done before, like, I usually listen to someone else's audio who, like, has a lot of views on that concept and just kind of see how their behavior is, and I try and, like, incorporate that in mind, just because, like, I want to make sure I do it good. Like, I don't want to put out bad content, and then I just want to make sure that, you know, I do it correctly. So yeah, sometimes it's a little difficult, but I just try and do as much as I can't even talk. I try to do as much research as I can, and then kind of just go from there. Yeah, so sometimes it's hard, but I've gotten used to playing characters and, like, kind of getting it down. Yeah. Then the next question, I've noticed most all of your audios are original content. Where do you like to draw inspiration from? Yeah, most of my audios are stuff that I come up with, for the most part, especially, like, the series. I don't know, like I said, I draw inspiration kind of, like, from stuff I've read or heard in the past. Obviously reading fan fiction for a long time, brings a lot of inspiration into, like, my audios, but yeah, that would probably be the main spot. Otherwise, it all kind of just comes up in my head, like, of stuff I've thought about. Yeah, anything like that. I have a very imaginative, like, brain, so, coming up with ideas sometimes isn't very hard at all, and I definitely just enjoy it. And then he said, thanks for sharing your gift with the audio community. I look forward to seeing where the new year takes you and your audios. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here and asking me questions, and yeah, just supporting me. It really means a lot, and I'm glad you see my channel as a gift. Very sweet. Okay, the way the next one is not loading, I'm gonna take a drink of water. Okay, next we have Anonymous from YouTube. Her questions are, what made you want to start making audios? I had listened to, like, ASMR roleplay before I had started my channel, like, for a while, like maybe 6 months. I don't know, and it was just something, you know, I really enjoyed, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I would be good at that, you know, I wonder if I could, you know, try it out. Like, it was just something I enjoyed, and I kind of wanted to give it a shot, so I did, and here we are now. Yeah, so it was kind of just inspiration from other people, like VAs that I listened to. I only really listened to one when I had started my channel, so I guess he kind of inspired me in that sense. Any show/movie recommendations? Yeah, I have a few for sure. What? Oh my god. Anyways, I have a few, definitely on Netflix. One really good show is Midnight Mass. I binged that so hard. It was really, really good. Also, like, if you like reality show, like 90 Day Fiancé is such a good show, and I will not shut up about it. It is literally so good. Movie-wise, my favorite movie is It, like Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. I would recommend those if you're into kind of like horror. It's not even that horror-ish, so it's really not that scary. Also, Call Me By Your Name is one of my favorite movies. Yeah, that would probably be the main things I would recommend. Next, what's your style in clothing/expression? My style is very weird. I feel like I don't have a set style. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little hard. I kind of just, I'm pretty basic. Like, I literally just wear, like, black ripped jeans and, like, random, like, graphic t-shirts. That's kind of how my style goes. If I'm trying to up it a little bit, like, I wear, like, jeans and I wear, like, a blazer and, like, chains and rings. Like, that's when I'm trying to go, like, really fancy. I love doing that. I drew my inspiration for that kind of style from Hyunsuk from Treasure. I'll insert some pictures of his outfits, but he's really, like, inspired me in that sense, and I don't know, I just like the chains and, like, the edginess of that kind of look. Yeah, but otherwise I don't really have a specific style. I kind of just wear whatever the fuck I want. And her last question, have you ever been in a relationship before? So, like I said, I'm currently in a relationship. I was in one before for about 11 months. Yeah, so I had been in a past relationship with a female. My current, obviously I have a boyfriend now, but I did have a girlfriend in the past. Yeah, obviously things end, like, for certain reasons, right? You know, and if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, and, you know, it's just it's not going to work out. So yeah, it didn't work out, which is fine. Like it was a mutual ending. But yeah, you learn stuff from like every relationship. So yeah, I take it as a learning experience, and you know what happened. But like I said, I'm in a different relationship now, and I'm very happy. So yeah. And thank you for all your questions. Really, really appreciate it. Next, we have a question from Rodin on YouTube. He says, who's your favorite singer/band? So my favorite band regarding K-pop would be BTS, Treasure, EXO, P1 Harmony. That'd probably be like my mains in K-pop wise. Outside of that, like, obviously I love 5 Seconds of Summer. One Direction was like one of my favorite bands growing up. And I listened to some of them solo, so like Harry Styles. Justin Bieber, I've loved Justin Bieber since I was literally like 6. So yeah, Justin Bieber maybe too. Yeah, but like I mostly listen to K-pop, like I had said. And then he said, also, thank you so much for all the audios. It helped me get through many rough days. Hope you have a good year ahead. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good year ahead too. And I'm really glad that I could help you. That's my main goal with all my audios. So I'm really happy to hear that it helps you get through rough days. I'm always here. You can always click on my channel and find something if you're having a hard day. And yeah, thank you for the questions. Next, sorry, your username made me laugh. Question from the username Piss on YouTube. He says, do you prefer pineapples or watermelons? You know what? I prefer watermelons. I like pineapples. My only issue with pineapples is like sometimes they're so acidic that like it makes my tongue feel weird. Like, I don't know, it's a weird thing, but sometimes it's so like sour that I don't really like it, whereas watermelons are always just like a really smooth taste, very like mellow. So yeah, I would say watermelons over pineapples. Yeah, thank you for your question. Next, we have a question from ZYQ on YouTube, and he says, congrats on 3K. I got a few, hope it's not too much. No problem at all. Ask me as many questions as you want, and thank you for the congratulations. First question, what's your favorite genre of music? Like I had said, K-pop. Love K-pop. In my heart forever. Next, do you read? If yes, what's your favorite book? Don't really read. Hate reading. I said that before. Favorite book, One of Us is Lying, but also Gerald's Game by Stephen King is a masterpiece for a book. I watched the movie originally, then read the book for class a few years back. That'd probably be also another one of my favorite books. And his last question, what's your favorite audio to make / listen to? So I do, like I said, my favorite audio of my own was Enemies to Lovers, but my favorite to make, definitely the Princess audios. I'm obsessed with them, and I don't know what it is. It's just like, it's just so good. It's like my favorite kind of concept to do. I love the fantasy concept, so that'd be my favorite to make, to listen to. I love just like comfort ones. I like listening to reverse comfort audios too. Yeah, but just kind of stuff like that. Just comfort audios, like domestic audios are honestly like hit the spot for me, and I feel like that's why I make so many of them, just because it's like something I enjoy listening to. But yeah, that would probably be my answer to those. Yeah, thank you so much for your questions. Purple, your audios are the best. Thank you so much. No, thank you for saying that, and thank you for listening to me. I really, really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And then they said, my question, are you in a relationship? I'm surprised I'm only getting these questions now. Honestly, thought I would have got them in my past Q&As. But like I said, I have no problem answering it. Yes, I'm currently in a relationship. I do have a boyfriend. Yeah, and thank you for your question. And thanks for all your support. You're the best. Not my audios, you're the best, okay? Yeah, thank you. Next, we have a question from Cassidy on YouTube. Cassidy, what is up, Cassidy? Her question is, are you planning to do roleplay audios long term? I think so. I would like to do them for, at least the next few years. Like I'll be in school. Hi. There's my cat. I'll be in school for 3 to 4 years after this coming September. So, I would like to do them after I'm finished. During my school time. After I'm finished school, I think they may come to an end, just because, my adult life will be kicking in and I have no idea where I will be or what I'll be doing at that time. So yeah, but at least for the next few years, I would love to do them. So I guess sort of, I'm planning to do them long term, at least for a few more years from now. And then she also said, I love your audios very much. Thank you for all your support. I love seeing your comments. They really make me happy. Yeah. Next question is Pineapple from, Jesus. My next question is from Pineapple Quiche on YouTube and Twitter. And he says, congratulations on 3K and to many more. Thank you so much. And his question is, what is your favorite series / multi-part videos you've made? So series-wise, like I said, Enemies to Lovers has been one of my favorites. But multi-part videos would probably be the Princess audios, since it's technically not a series. Because usually my series are 3 parts and one part comes out every week. The Princess one is kind of been scattered. So yeah, series wise, the Enemies to Lovers for sure. Multi-part wise, the Princess one. Yeah. Thank you so much for your question. Next, we have a question from Jules on YouTube, and they said, 1, are you taking care of yourself, eating, drinking water? That is so sweet. Yes, of course. I am, very much so. I literally been drinking water mid speaking. So yeah, don't worry. I'm eating and drinking lots. I hope you are too. You better be. Number 2, what is a song lyric that's meaningful to you? There's a lot of songs that mean a lot to me. I don't really know a specific lyric. But there's so many. I remember when I graduated middle school in the 8th grade, my quote was from a BTS song called Tomorrow, and it said, even in the far future, never forget the you of right now. And I would say that's probably one of my favorite song lyrics. Because, as you go on in life, sometimes you forget where you're from or who you were 2 years ago and stuff like that. So I would say that's probably my favorite. And her last question, do you watch anime? If so, what's your favorite? I really enjoy watching anime. I do. It's so hard for me to watch, though. Almost, sometimes, I don't know. I find it hard, and especially whenever I want to watch one, so many seasons. So I get a little, I don't know, it's just hard for me to keep up and continue watching. I don't know what it is, but I do like anime. I do want to watch it more. My favorite would probably be, the only one I've watched fully is Diabolic Lovers, which, oh my god, I watched that years ago and it was so fucking good. But otherwise, I am in the middle of 7 Deadly Sins, so that would also be maybe one of my favorites. Yeah. And then lastly, they said, also, I know I don't really interact with your videos. I want to apologize for that, but I really do enjoy them. Don't apologize. It's no worries, even if you don't interact, just you viewing them means a lot to me, so it's no worries. You don't have to comment or anything like that. Really, it's okay. But I'm really glad you do enjoy them, because that's my goal. Yeah, thank you so much for your questions. All right, next question is from Anonymous, and his question is, what is your advice for someone who is struggling with their mental health and can't seem to get out of a funk? Resources are limited because of insurance. I completely understand that. My advice would be, honestly, therapy is a really good option. Obviously, it can be expensive, but there is this website that I've used before, and I'm now a listener on the website. I'm not gonna expose who I am because you guys don't know my real name or anything, but a really great website is 7 Cups. Basically you can just make an account. Obviously you don't have to include your name or your picture or anything. Honestly, it can be completely anonymous. Nobody will know who you are, and it's not located, it's not determined by where you live, so it's not going to be you won't run into somebody that lives in the same city as you or anything like that. But yeah, basically you just make an account, and you can click what your issue is, and you can send in a chat request. And then there's a bunch of listeners on the website as well, and they can just take your chat request, and then you kind of just express how you feel, and you know, they just talk you through it, and you just kind of chat. And the main part of a listener is to just listen. And half of the battle when you're struggling with your mental health is honestly keeping it inside. When you express it with someone, there can be such a big sense of relief from that. So that's why 7 Cups is really, really good. It can help you a lot. And, you can always search around for like more therapy that is like free online, where you you can like talk to like licensed like therapists and like psychologists and stuff like that. I would say search online, because honestly, there's a lot of resources there that are free, and that's really, really good, because we need that, especially in this time. So I'd recommend looking at that. And also, kind of just, it's a hard thing, but the best thing is to share your feelings. Even if you don't go online, share it with someone you really trust, who you know will support you, and surround yourself with love. If you find that you're surrounded by negative people or negative situations, like, pull yourself away from that, because that can push you down so hard. And, don't beat yourself up if you've been feeling this way for 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. Like, there is no rule on how long you can feel a certain way, or how you should feel, or like how much time it takes you to recover from something. Genuinely, like, it's all your own, and time is key. It can take a long time, or it can take a short time, and that's all personal. Recovery is personal. So I would recommend, just speaking about it, whether it's online to like I said, like one of those websites. I would really, really recommend 7 Cups. But otherwise, pull yourself from negative things. And also just speak to somebody you trust, or speak to somebody online for free. That would be my recommendation. Thank you for your question. Hope I could help a little bit. Next is from Nikita on YouTube. Their question is, favorite songs right now? Favorite songs right now? Don't really know. I don't know. Favorite songs right now. Okay, Stereotype by Stacey came out like months ago, but I am on like a tangent with it right now, so that would definitely be one. Otherwise, like, some favorite songs of all time I have are like Orange by Treasure, Autumn Leaves by BTS, The Real by ATEEZ is really good too. And that would probably be my recommendation right now. Next, what inspires you? That is a big question. A lot inspires me, the people in my life inspire me, my life goals inspire me. When it comes to the channel, obviously all of you inspire me, and you make me want to do better for my channel. So there's a lot of aspects that inspire me, and they're all kind of, in different ways. Her last question, how did you come up with your YouTube username, and is purple your favorite color? So purple was maybe one of my favorite colors, but my favorite color is black. How did I come up with my username? Well, basically, one of my favorite bands, Treasure, one of their members, who's my favorite, Bang Yadam, he, has produced and created his own songs. So, he put out this song called Purple Sky, and it was one of my favorites. I used to listen to it like every day when I first like got into their band. I still like love them so much. But that one of my favorite songs by him. And I don't really know how it came about, but when I started trying to think of channel names, I was like, how would I do this? Because I didn't want to put my real name, because obviously I want to keep my identity like, hidden in a sense. And I don't even know how it came to my head, but I thought, Yadam song. And then I was like, that would make so much sense. So Purple Skies came out of his song Purple Sky. And it just it washed over me. It was very random. That's how it came about. And then lastly, if you see this, hi, we love you. Thank you so much. I love you guys too, okay? Love you all so much. And hi, I saw that. Don't you worry. And moving on to our last questions from Anonymous, and he says, favorite video you've ever recorded? I say this 100 times, it's gotta be My Enemies to Lovers. Genuinely, that's one of my favorite audios I've ever made, and I'm so proud of myself for it. Genuinely, I don't even know how the fuck I did it so good, but I did, and I was like, wow. So yeah, probably that would be my favorite. Thank you for the question. And that concludes my 3K Q&A/AMA. Thank you to everyone who put in your questions, and just thank you to everyone else, even if you didn't, for being here, for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, just for being here on my journey and appreciating my content. It means so much, like more than you know, it means so much. Yeah, I can't wait to put out my next audio for you all. I hope you all enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys so much. Yeah, I can't wait to see how far this journey takes us. Yeah, bye.